Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing okay. For some reason, my mind has been, I don't know if to say playing tricks on me. I don't even know. I've just been thinking about carbs a lot. And of course, I want everything around me. I don't show it, but I don't know. I even had a dream that I had eaten carbs with my coffee. And then I had made some pancakes for my boys, and I just put it in my mouth. And then in the dream, I'm like, "What are you doing? Spit it out." So I actually, spat it out, and then I woke up, and I'm like, "What in the world is happening?" I don't know if it's because, I've been having keto slash low carb instead of just carnivore. Because with carnivore, I don't think about carbs. I don't think about, the possibility of me eating something that is not meat, eggs, or cheese or whatnot. And so in thinking that, I think right now I am struggling with the possibility of giving into some carbs, which I don't want to do. But then, of course, the other side of my brain, let's say, says, well, you have to live life. You have to enjoy some things from time to time, which I really do agree. But I know myself too well to know that, I'm going to start spiraling, and I don't want to do that. And in the dream, that's exactly what I was doing. I had already, gave in to a little bit of carbs with the coffee, according to the dream. And then, I started cooking for my boys, and that was the beginning of the spiral. That's why in the dream, I'm like, do not bite this food. Just spit it out. You're not going to go back to 276 pounds. And then eating a bunch of carbs, and then your body's going to be aching. And guys, especially if you guys have been very heavy set like I have, what all that brings. I don't have to explain it to you. I don't have to, tell you exactly what goes on in your body, just because each body is different. Maybe the pain that you had is not the pain that I had. It was in a different part of the body, etc. But I don't know. This is real. This is the real me right now. I have enjoyed, being in Guatemala so much. I have several more weeks here, which I'm excited about just because, I'm with family, etc. I have stayed carnivore, keto, or low carb. I have not had any sweets. Remember the bag of bread? Here's a bag of bread. It smells delicious. Of course, it's, nothing but carbs. But actually, only sometimes, when I'm drinking my coffee, I think about, hey, maybe I should have a piece, but I don't. I have not given in to any of the carbs, that I have been exposed to because it's every day, variation of carbs that I choose not to eat them because I feel well, I feel very, very good, and I don't want to change that. But guys, there's going to be days, that it's going to be tougher than other days. Some days we can feel that we can conquer the world, and then other days we feel like, oh my gosh, I just want to give in. What in the world? Why am I even doing this? Well, in those days that you feel like, why am I even doing this, are the days that count the most, because you're going to push through. You're going to conquer and have a victory in a day that probably, if it was a different occasion, you wouldn't have had the victory, and you wouldn't have conquered it. And so right now, if this is your day, like, man, I just need to give in. It's not fair. Life is not fair. Why am I like this? All of the questions that might come through your brain. guys, let's go ahead and take those out because they're in my brain right now as well. We might just be just a little different, and that's okay. You know, my body does not process carbs the same as, probably other bodies. And I need to be okay with that. And so if you are also, struggling with those thoughts of, I have to, it's not fair, I'm just gonna do it, Of course, if you have self-control, man, go right ahead. If you can eat maybe, some carbs with your coffee or whatever it is, and then the next meal, go ahead and just go back to plan, then go for it. I just feel right now I am not there yet. And so I am just even afraid to try it. Which I hate that feeling of, why can't you just beat it? I mean, I've conquered so many things in my life. Why can't I just conquer this of my health, my eating habits? But you know what? I will. I know I will. I just need to, continue changing my mindset, continue understanding that I can do it and I will do it. And when I meet my goal weight, the goal is meet my goal weight, meet my goal size, and then maintain for the rest of my life. And so these eating habits that I am learning right now, to say no to many carbs or, the possibility, in the next week or so, to possibly say yes to a piece of bread with coffee, and then immediately the next meal go back to, low carb or keto or carnivore. I have to learn to do that. But anyways, I did want to just come and say a quick hello, let you know that I have stayed on plan. It has not been easy, these last several days. My sister is actually back in the States. They went back home a couple of days ago, Monday. They went back home on Monday. And so right now I've just been going on my walks, by myself. My husband and I actually walked in town. I'll leave a couple of clips in this video as well. He got his hair cut, and then we went to the store. We bought some stuff. We actually came back walking to the house. So, I was kind of pulling up the bag that had a couple of milk inside, and just so I can lift some weights, quote unquote. Yesterday, actually, my son went with me in the afternoon because I did not wake up in the morning. I just, needed to sleep in. Today, I actually woke up on time at 5:30, but it was raining. So I just went back to bed, and my husband and I went ahead and did our walk in the afternoon, maybe, I think it was like 12 or 1 p.m. And it was great. We came back. I actually had one meal a day today. I'll put the meal right here. It was pretty good. This morning I had plenty of beef that had plenty of fat, which I'm very happy. As well as a piece of chicken with pipián, and then some eggs and some avocado. It was a pretty big meal, and I'm very happy I had it because I had not had beef with a lot of fat in a minute. And so I'm glad I was able to eat that this morning, which kept me full the entire day. I just had some coffee in the morning and then some coffee at night. I do need to drink more water. Right now, I think I only drank one water bottle, so I need to drink another one. It's a little bit taller than the ones that I drink in the States, but still, I do need to drink more water just because, sometimes I even have a coffee midday. I didn't today, but sometimes I do, and so I need my water to coffee ratio to be higher than the coffee, right? But I'm glad I'm staying on plan, here in Guatemala. For those of you who don't know, we do come to visit my husband's family. His mom is here, and of course, brothers and one sister, and we are very happy to be here. I love going on walks, it's beautiful out there. And so I'm just glad I'm staying on plan. I have not done a body composition in a minute. If I can position my camera, so I can do a body composition video right here, because I'm actually in the kitchen right now. I forgot my stand upstairs where my room is. And I'm like, I need to make a video today and, talk to you guys, report on how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and also let you know that I've stayed on plan, even though my brain is going 1,000 miles an hour, just because I think incorporating the low carbs that I've done, has kind of shifted my brain to, hey, do you want these other carbs? Which I don't like the feeling, because that feeling kind of scares me into, possibility of spiraling, which I don't like at all. But as of right now, I have maintained strong. I am very happy. And so if I can position the camera in a minute, I will do a body composition video and I'll put it right here. I am actually wearing an extra large shirt and a size 16 pants. I brought size 16 pants and then my one size 14 pants, which I'm not wearing today. So I will show you guys, how I look right now. I feel that the inches are still coming off, which I am very glad, because any change in diet, sometimes, your body kind of reacts a little bit differently. But I'm glad that, I've maintained and I'm continuing, hopefully, to lose weight. Of course, I don't have a scale here. So my only measurement is my pants, and my shirts, etc. But I'll do a quick body composition video right now. And then maybe tomorrow or the day after, I'll put on a size large shirt as well as a size 14 pants, just so we can see if there's any difference at all when it comes to the size 14 pants and my waist. But I do want to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for coming along and following my journey. I pray that I am a blessing to you as you guys are to me. I also want to thank everyone for watching the shorts as well as the videos, liking them and sharing them with many friends. We are right now currently in a challenge. It is a 30-day exercise/movement challenge for the month of June. Let me know in the comments if you are following as well. I have followed it every single day except for one day when I had to pick up my sister from the airport. But other than that, I have done my walks or my exercises, in Guatemala City, as well as here in the town where I am at right now. I am glad I did that challenge just because it's keeping me in check, to make sure that I not only eat properly, I also move my body. So I'm excited that I did that as well. Well, God bless you guys. Don't forget to say your affirmations. Declare that you are more than victorious. Declare that you will meet your goals. Declare in the name of Jesus Christ that you will obtain your goal this year 2025. Okay? Well, God bless you guys, and God willingly, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.